Hello and welcome to Krishi Jagran Business powered by Still India. This is Yash Saxena. Let's take a quick look at the top headlines of the day. PM Modi dedicates development projects worth approximately 11,000 crore rupees. Bad news for Delhiites as power subsidies come to an abrupt end. Goyal assures protection of Indian farmers and dairy sectors in EU free trade agreement. Centre plans to upgrade soil health card initiative to help farmers. Punjab wheat yield satisfactory, no big impact on unseasonal rains, says farmers. Amul plans to set up first international plant in Sri Lanka. Textile and apparel exports experience a 14% decline. AISTA urges government to increase MSP as sugar prices dip below production costs. Italian Senator Lucio Malan highlights growing importance of relationship with India for Italy. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday laid the foundation stone and dedicated to the nation various projects worth more than 10,000 crore rupees at Sarusajai Stadium in Guwahati. The projects included laying the foundation stone of a bridge connecting Palashbari and Swalkuchi on the Brahmaputra River, a project for the beautification of Rangghar in Sivasagar, the inauguration of a 500 TDP methanol plant in Namrup, and dedicating to the nation 5 railway projects. The Prime Minister also witnessed a colourful bihu program performed by more than 10,000 bihu dancers. In his address to the gathering, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the efforts and synergy of thousands of artists from Assam are being witnessed with great pride by the country and the world. The Prime Minister praised the artist energy and excitement, emphasizing the significance of the occasion. On the occasion of bihu, he extended his greetings to the people of Assam and the entire country. The AAP-led Delhi government and Lieutenant Governor VK Saxena are at odds again, this time over powering subsidies for over 46 lakh citizens in the national capital. Subsidies will be discontinued on Friday, according to Power Minister Atishi, because Lieutenant Governor VK Saxena has not cleared the file to renew them for the coming year. Whereas on the other hand, LG's office denied the claims and advised Atishi to refrain from unnecessary politicking. The LG questioned why the decision was delayed until April 4 when the deadline was April 15 and why the file was finally sent to him on April 11. The AAP administration has budgeted 3,250 crores for power subsidies in 2023-24 budget. According to Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal, India will fully protect the interest of farmers and the dairy sector in the planned free trade agreement with the European Union. Goyal was on an official visit to discuss ways to strengthen bilateral trade and investment ties with leaders and the business sectors. With all of this in mind, we would pursue FTA, we will defend the interest of farmers and the dairy industry. We have done it with the trade pacts with the UAE and Australia as well, Goyal said. The fifth round of negotiations between India and the European Union is set to take place in New Delhi from June 19th to 23rd. The government is overhauling the soil health card initiative to target small and marginal farmers with an investment of 596.59 crores to analyze 50 million soil specimens over the next 3 years. The redesigned program is scheduled to go live by the end of the month. As part of the revamped scheme, the government is also focusing on creating a network of around 7,500 soil health entrepreneurs at Gram Panchayat and block level, one of the officials added. Given the economic and political sensitivities surrounding the farm industry, the redesigned policy will focus on small and marginal farmers. Despite unseasonal rains and hailstorms, wheat yields in Punjab are reported to be sufficiently adequate according to farmers and officials. The current reported yield is between 21 to 25 quintals per acre, with 10% of the total 3.49 million hectares already harvested. Even in areas affected by rain and hail, preliminary investigations by the State Agriculture Department suggest that the average production will be around 20 to 22 quintals per acre, which is considered normal. Last year, wheat production in Punjab was lower than the estimated 17 million tons at 14.8 million tons due to unseasonal weather conditions. A good harvest is essential for the government to replenish its stock and control inflation, making this year's result particularly important. According to experts, the news from Punjab is encouraging from that perspective. At a time when political parties in Karnataka are fighting over Amul expansion, Amul is planning to open its first international factory in Sri Lanka. This comes 4 months after Sri Lanka asked the Indian government to help in establishing a sustainable dairy cooperative. A delegation of top officials from the cooperative, led by Amul's managing director Jayan Mehta, has visited Sri Lanka twice this year. According to a top cooperative official, Mehta visited the bordering country in January and March while government-level talks were ongoing. According to the official, the project is now at an advanced level. Amul currently operates over 2,400 collection facilities across 13 Indian states and distributes milk products to 50 countries. We are surveying options there, said Amul MD Jayan Mehta. While clothing exports increased 1.1% last fiscal year over the previous year, textile exports decreased 23.3% to $19.3 billion. Meanwhile, yarn, textile and made-up imports increased by 26.7%. It was an exceptional year for cotton textiles, said Siddhartha Rajagopal, Executive Director of Cotton Textiles Export Promotion Council. However, cotton textile exports will surpass $1 billion mark in March 2023, giving the reason for optimism. It is a positive indicator and the hope is that momentum will continue. Rajagopal stated that two issues affecting shipments this year were the large inventory held by international purchasers and the high cotton prices in India last year. The Sugar Trade Association AISTA demanded on Wednesday that the government raise the minimum selling price of sugar since the sweetener is being sold at prices lower than the country's cost of production. Even if the fair and remunerative price of sugarcane has climbed every year, the minimum selling price of the sugar has remained constant at 3,100 rupees per quintal since 2019. The All India Sugar Trade Association has submitted a representation to Food Secretary Sanjeev Chopra in this regard. According to representation, the government raised the FRP of sugarcane in the last 4 sugarcane seasons, but there was no increase in the minimum selling price. As a result, the government may consider raising the minimum selling price of sugar, which will also encourage farmers to expand sugarcane plantation in the country, the report stated. The relationship with India is becoming increasingly important for Italy as India's economic and political importance grows. Italian Senator Lucio Malan said on Thursday, speaking about the 75-year partnership between India and Italy. He went on to say that the rapid growth of India, of the Indian economy, is the fact that all must consider. It's also encouraging to see that an Asian democracy's economy can flourish quickly, and this is critical for us. It is questionably an important investment location, probably the best place in the world with such opportunity and potential that has yet to be completely realized. So this was all about the news. For more updates on agri news, stay tuned with Krishi Jagran Business. This is Yash Saxena signing off.